you ever feel completely confused by your avoidant partner? One moment they show glimpses of care. You catch those fleeting moments where it feels like, yes, they really do love me. But then, almost without warning, the tone shifts. Maybe it's after an argument. Maybe it's when things get too serious or too vulnerable. Suddenly they become unresponsive. They go quiet. They shut down. At best, they get defensive and distant. And at worst, it feels like they've completely pulled away from you. And you're left with that burning question. If they truly loved me, why don't they fight for me? Why does it feel like I'm always the one carrying the relationship? On the surface, avoidance can look cold, detached, even heartless. But that's not the full picture. What's really going on is far more complex, and it has little to do with whether they actually care about you. In this video, we're going to uncover why avoidants don't fight for their relationships, what's actually happening inside their minds and bodies, and the 5 core reasons behind their behavior. After that, I'll share the signs that tell you whether you should stay and give it a chance, or if it's time to step away and protect your own peace. So let's dive in. Reason number 1. Avoidants struggle with communication and vulnerability. For someone with an avoidant attachment style, emotions feel overwhelming, even dangerous. When conflict or deep feelings arise, their nervous system often reacts as if they're under threat. The heart races, the chest tightens, and their mind goes into overdrive with thoughts like, I can't handle this, I need to escape. Instead of leaning in and expressing themselves, they shut down. Silence becomes their shield. They might even give half-truths or say what they think will smooth things over, not because they want to deceive you, but because facing raw emotion feels unbearable. At the core, vulnerability feels unsafe. Being open means risking rejection or judgment, so their default response is to retreat into distance rather than step into connection. This is why, in moments when you want closeness the most, they appear cold, quiet, or emotionally unavailable. Reason number 2. Avoidants fear conflict. Now, why do avoidants avoid fights at all costs? Because conflict exposes them. It opens the door to blame, shame, judgment, or rejection, all things they experienced as children. So when conflict arises, they don't see it as a chance to repair. They see it as a threat. And the instinct is to run, freeze, or deflect. That's why avoidants often shut down conversations, dismiss your feelings, rationalize instead of empathize, or people please by saying yes when they actually mean no. Their goal isn't resolution. Their goal is escape. Sweep it under the rug, pretend it's fine, move on, even if the wound is still wide open. But here's the paradox. By avoiding the short-term discomfort of conflict, they create long-term disconnection in the relationship. Reason number 3. Hyper-independence is their shield. Avoidants often cling to the belief, I don't need anyone. This isn't healthy independence, it's hyper-independence, a defense mechanism built over years of disappointment. As children, many avoidants learned that expressing needs led to rejection or neglect. To protect themselves, they created an identity where relying on others was seen as weakness. Chasing after a partner or asking for support threatens this identity because it means admitting, I do need connection. That level of openness feels unsafe, so they retreat into self-reliance, even when it harms the relationship. Reason number 4. They carry a hidden belief of unworthiness. Deep down, many avoidants hold an internalized shame that says, I am not enough. I don't deserve love. The closer someone gets to them, the louder that belief becomes. Ironically, the more they value a partner, the more inadequate they may feel. And rather than risk being truly seen and then rejected, they reject themselves first. This can look like pulling away, sabotaging the relationship, or making excuses to leave. It's not about a lack of care. It's about trying to stay in control of the pain they fear most: abandonment and rejection. Reason number 5. They believe love should be effortless. Many avoidants carry the belief that real love shouldn't be hard. If challenges arise, they interpret it as proof that the relationship is wrong, instead of recognizing conflict as a normal part of intimacy. This mindset often develops from childhood, especially if relationships in their family felt heavy, demanding, or painful. As adults, they cling to the idea that love should feel easy, because hard feels too close to the struggles of their past. As a result, they often avoid working through problems. Instead, they escape into fantasies of a perfect relationship in the future, or they idealize a partner from the past. Both serve as distractions from the real, messy but necessary work of building intimacy in the present. So, should you stay with an avoidant? That depends. Here are 3 green flags that suggest there might be hope. 1. Effort, not perfection. Even if they mess up, do they try to meet your needs? Do they show small but genuine attempts to connect? 2. Commitment to growth. Are they actively working on themselves? Therapy, books, self-reflection, anything that shows they're not content to stay stuck. 3. Your growth too. If you're anxiously attached, the question is, are you doing your inner work? Because anxious and avoidant partners are like magnets. Unless both sides heal, the cycle just keeps repeating. But now let's flip the coin. The deal breakers, when it's time to walk away. There are 2 clear red flags that mean it may be time to let go. 1. You've been doing the work, healing your wounds, calming your nervous system, reparenting your inner child. For months, maybe years, and yet your partner shows zero interest. Worse, they dismiss your growth or mock your efforts. That's not just disconnection, it's disrespect. 2. They refuse to work on themselves. No therapy, no reading, no reflection, nothing. If they're not even willing to take the first step, the relationship has no future. Because here's the truth, attachment wounds aren't solved by waiting for someone else to change. They're childhood wounds, and unless both people commit to healing them, the relationship will always circle back to the same painful patterns. When avoidants don't fight for you, it's not because you're unworthy. It's not because you're unlovable. It's because their survival strategies, fears, and shame are louder than their ability to connect. But you have to be honest with yourself. If you're the only one carrying the weight, the only one doing the healing, then you're in a one-sided battle, and that's not sustainable. Your focus has to shift back to you, to strengthening your nervous system, to healing your inner child, to holding boundaries that protect your peace. Because at the end of the day, love isn't about begging someone to fight for you. It's about building a bond where both people step into the ring together, and you deserve nothing less. If this video helped you, drop a comment below and let me know what resonated most. Maybe share your experience. Have you been with an avoidant who refused to fight for the relationship? And don't forget to subscribe for more insights on love, healing, and attachment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.